reactions are priceless. They make us all smile, even if he's failing in every game style. Game on you, you're a gaming catastrophe. We love you for the laughs and the hilarity. You may not win, but you always bring the cheer. So grab your controller, let's play, my dear. UB's controllers covered in dust and grime. Ooh, yeah. He's been gaming since back in '89. Ooh, yeah. Our gaming grandpa with wisdom to share. But now he's lost in pixels with his flowing locks of hair. Through the highs and the lows, UB's always there, with a smile on his face and his wild untamed hair. From the retro classics to the games that are new, he's the heart of our gaming crew. Green on you, you're a gaming catastrophe. But we love you for the laughs and the hilarity. You may not win, but you always bring the cheer. So grab your controller, let's play, my dear. Oh yeah, gaming catastrophe. When it comes to skill, he's got none. Gaming catastrophe, heart of our gaming crew. Gaming catastrophe. When it comes to skill, he's got none. Gaming catastrophe, heart of our gaming crew.
Yubi's up, he's ready to play. With his headset on, he's in the zone. But every move, every shot he takes, he can't catch a break, it's like a cyclone. He jumps on and tries to secure the lead, but he keeps getting stuck and respawn. His aim is off, his strategy's weak. Yubi's feeling defeated, it's all gone wrong. That didn't work, no, not again. Yubi's gotta find another way to win. He'll keep on fighting, he won't give up. That's how he rolls, he's a champion now.
Well, you be with your head being so fine, and your hair flowing down like a waterfall divine. You're a twin streamer with a heart of steel, but it's fate that makes your senses real. Yeah. Yeah. With each bite you take a trip to the stars. The sizzle of the grill, it heals your battle scars. A love affair between man and meat. Your passion for steak can't be beat you, yeah. Oh yeah. You will be, you're a meat lover through and through. You crave that sizzling flavor, it's true. With your hair and your beard so wild, you're the steak loving
following film is presented in its complete theatrical version. It was rated R by the MPAA and may not be appropriate for children under 17. It is rated TV MA LSV and contains strong language, sexual situations, violence, and nudity. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay.
Yo, check it out, vanilla thunder in the house. Dusted, ready for bed, button full of bars flowing from its head. Got hair flowing and long. He's dropping jokes and songs of
I got to come up with a new entry song and one specifically for the Tech Talks.
vanilla thunder from the plains of Texas. Vanilla thunder is coming Lexus. Vanilla thunder, big catastrophe. That's just who he is. Our boy Ubi.
That's me, guilty as charged. I am Ubi. You are here. It is Tech Talk Tuesday night, and we will be doing a open forum this evening. Go ahead and kill that off there. So we're doing an open Q&A forum tonight, and that is just going to be, you know what? Come in here closer. We're not playing guitar tonight, so why don't you come in just a little closer? There we go. Let's just get a little bit closer, shall we? Tonight is going to be an open Q&A forum, and yeah, I had a very nice birthday, and one of the things I got for my birthday was this. The Sonic Cake Pocket Master. My friend Chris sent it to me, and I will let you know, Chris, as you suspected, I now am a master at how to use this. I'm going to tell you a couple of important things. One, super easy to load your own IRs onto it and use them. And two, the DI interface on it, very good. I was able to get almost real-time latency out of it running just this into my system. So really, actually, it's a very good piece of equipment. All right, so anybody got any questions tonight? Ted was asking me about the what I use to control the rig portion, rented lips, specifically the live rig version. They are, Sean. It is really a neat little piece of equipment. Specifically using the live rig. So what I have here, this is a program called Touch Portal. I run it on my phone. And right now, what you see here, this controls all of my live stream. This is all my stream stuff. This is all OBS stuff and the like. This is my guitar rig. It's very difficult to see, I know, but this is the actual rig portion of it. Now, this is much bigger than what it looks like on the J-Rig because the J-Rig is geared towards the free version, which doesn't allow you to do as many buttons as this. It is only a 4x2 board. It does. It actually controls the lights at Roy's house, and it also controls Brian's credit card, which is, apparently that's something that happens. There's a lot of people who have control of Brian's credit card. But the J-Rig runs a simplified version of this. And what all of this is on this screen here is each one of the buttons on the top row, except for the mic button here and the return button over here, and then each button on this row here, the second row, all those buttons send a MIDI program change to another program called Loop MIDI, which is a software MIDI device on Windows. And that acts like a regular, like a MIDI floor switch or a keyboard or whatever. You can send something into it and then it will send it back out as if it was a MIDI device. So these fire off MIDI program changes, which go into that other device, which become an actual MIDI. Yeah, so 2 yards, if you are doing something that's going to be more analog, you will want to try to get your bit rate up higher. But for streaming and even just recording content on YouTube and the like, 92 is fine. 44.1 is good enough, as is 48. But 92 is actually a pretty good happy medium, to be honest. So anyways, each one of these MIDI outputs, let me hit this button here so I can show you what happens. Monitor. So I'm using, like originally I was using Cannibal Light, but now we've moved over to Element because it has better MIDI controls. So we have audio in here. I've got a MIDI in here. This MIDI, you'll see if I go into my preferences, your MIDI is using Loop MIDI. Like I said, that is the software. Basically, it's just like a repeater. You can send a MIDI command into it, and it'll send it back out as if an actual MIDI device sent it. So Loop MIDI is what's tied into here. So when I send channel 1 program change, the neural ant modeler is set to listen to MIDI 1. And if I send it channel 1, you notice right here under MIDI program it says 5. If I send it channel 1, which is that one, you'll notice that we've loaded up the Marshall and the V30 IR in here. If I send it another one, say 3, by hitting this button here, I've now loaded the Petrucci V30 setup, and it also has that same thing. So this is how I actually control my rig. So each time I hit a button, it loads a different preset. So it allows me to quickly switch. Yes. I'm actually, I think I'm trying to see if we can get up to streaming 14 days a week. I'm somehow adding a whole week to a week. So when I send program change for channel 1, I've told Neural Amp Modeler, which you can see there's a MIDI line going from it to my MIDI. So it's looking for anything on channel 1, and whatever program whatever program change I send it, it switches to that preset. So that's how I have it automatically change something between, change the different tones in the amp modeler. Same thing with my, for example, like delay. So delay is significantly easier. This one's running off of channel 11. Appreciate it, Keith. And so when the delay is set up, I hit the button. When I turn it off, it sends it program channel 1, and you'll notice right here I've got bypass. So yes, everything I'm doing here is software based, but if you had a hardware MIDI, like a foot switch or something like that, or even like a synth pad, you could do the exact same things with it. You would just set that to be the one that's sending these MIDI things. So this is modular, and it 100% easily lets you switch. You know, it doesn't care where it's getting the MIDI signals from. You just tell it which device to listen to. The program change and all that is still the exact same from the device, which is exactly how those, like the MIDI floor switches that you can stomp on and those sort of things. But like I said, for this one's much simpler. So delay, when delay is off, I send it program 1, which I have set for bypass, which means we're not using the delay. But then when I send it program 2, we turn the bypass off, which means we're now using the delay. So it's just a simple switch on and off. And I have my delay set up the way I like it. Same for all of these other ones down in here, the delay, chorus, reverb, phaser. Even this noise suppression up here, I have it set to be able to turn on and off. So you see when it's off, all the thresholds are set to max. When it's on, I actually have the thresholds dialed in. So it makes a lot more sense when you are playing with it. This just gives you a visualization of what's going on. I even have a set for pitch proof down here where I can tell it right now it's at a pitch of 0, which means it's not changing the pitch, but I can have it drop it half a step. So now my guitar is acting like it's tuned down half step, or I can drop it 4 steps. So now it's acting like it's in C standard. So pitch proof and the noise, the pitch proof is not on the JRig. It is a very heavy plugin that the JRig can run, but you've got to be very careful with it so it doesn't come default on it. And really, a lot of people don't really need it. Noise suppression does come on the JRig, but it's not controllable. It's just on. So, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. So that's actually why we have this particular talk today. Ask questions. If there's something that you don't understand, ask. Today is just a question and answer session. And then you can ignore all the stuff over here because this has nothing to do with the actual guitar chain. This is just a tuner. That's why it's out there by itself. I don't have a guitar plugged in right now, so there's nothing flowing through the tuner, but that's just a tuner. So yeah, that's and the only reason why I'm talking about this is because Ted asked about this program. So I was answering that question. Floor is open. Anybody have any other questions they want to know about anything digital, guitar chain, digital recording, the whole 9 yards? This is just a free form night instead of the structured learning we've been doing. Let me swing back over to my wrong one. That one. The amplitude tuner is wonky. I agree. It is actually that's actually why I started using an actual tuner plugin, because it's not that great. What happens to an analog signal to work digital? So what happens is on an analog signal to work digitally, obviously it comes out of this end, literally it's just electrical impulses. And this is a tip and ring. So single tip, single ring. So this is a mono connection cable. That, for the way that we do things, goes into an audio interface. What the audio interface does is it interprets that electrical signal impulse and converts it into the actual ones and zeros, which is what turns it into a digital sample. So from there, that's where you start looking at things such as bit rate. So like when I was talking with 2 yards earlier about 96, 192, 44.1, 48, that's how often it takes a snapshot of what the particular level of that electricity is and converts it into digital there. And so the higher that number, that's the faster it cycles through getting that. So the more nuanced changes it gets. Yeah, 100%. That's all completely done in real time. They have integrated circuits into that absolutely that does all of that. Good to hear, Brant. If you need help setting that up, let me know. What do you think of the tuner and the Pocket Master? I thought it was decent myself. I haven't tried it. I didn't actually try the tuner on it yet. I should probably do so. I could probably do that real quick. It's not like it's a complicated thing to set up. You just plug it in and go. Power on? Yes. I like how you're supposed to hold the button to turn it on, and then it comes up with a screen that says, do you want to power on? Like, did I accidentally hold the button down? That's actually kind of nice. Prevents you from like throwing it in a bag and having it push up against something and have it turn on without you knowing it and then draining your battery down. I actually like that. Plug in the guitar on the in. Got a new $80 bass guitar today. What did you get? That is awesome. All right, let's bring the tuner up. There we go. Riveting, I know. I'm sitting here tuning a guitar you can't hear. Okay, that says I'm just about in tune. Let's go ahead and shut her down because I won't need her again. And I'll plug it into my interface, and we'll look at what lock-on says. Sharp. Not bad. You know what? You can't see that, can you? E's a little sharp, not terrible. A's a little sharp. G is not even close. D's not bad. D's not bad. Other than that G, it actually it tuned it in pretty good. So there we go. That's what I think about that tuner. It's not bad. What is my PC set especially for streaming? Do I run an interface and camera on a separate 3.0 or faster ports, etc.? No, actually, I do not. So my streaming, as well as the JRig setup, are all run off of devices that are designed to run off USB 2.0. The Focusrite that I have here runs just fine at 480 or 441 with a high buffer, which is great when streaming because sometimes the CPU can be a little rough. And it runs almost near exact, almost near real time. And then the webcam I'm running is actually just a very cheap. It's an ancient Logitech 920, really a workhorse webcam. I need to upgrade it when I have the money, but it runs just off of a standard USB 2.0. It has a little bit of a delay that I have to adjust for in OBS, but that's not the camera's fault. It's my mic's fault because I'm running my mic through an AI filter, which makes it where you can't hear my stream noise or this fan that's blasting next to me. Glary 5-stream jazz bass. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Used to love Kong Pandora. It's decades old now. I've never used the. To be honest, I don't think I've ever used any of Kong's products. So yeah, for example, the JRig is run off of a i7 8th generation processor, 16 gig of RAM. One of the most important things is it actually is an SD drive. So that is one of those things that can sneak in and cause you some issues. And it has an integrated NVIDIA graphics card, but we're using CPU encoding. And I'm not going to do a stream off of the JRig that I have boxed up next to me here, because that's actually about to be shipped out to customer number 1. But customer number 2's JRig, I might actually do a stream on it just to show it can be done. Korg, yeah, Korg is a little different. I've used some Korg devices. I've never used a Kong device. I take that back. I think I had a cable back in the early 2000s that was like a Kong cable. It's supposed to be super strong. I remember it had like a gorilla on it or something like that. Cool. Would love to see that Warhead Arts. That's not right. Assuming that means that you have a channel. Drop the link to your channel so that we can all subscribe and see that when you do your unboxing. Got about 10, well, actually about 5 minutes left because we want to give people a chance to get prepped up for Ted's stream. Last chance for any questions. This has been some great questions tonight. I feel like we actually covered some good ground. There we go. Everybody drop over and give a sub to Warheart. There you go. There's straight to the channel if you want to go straight into the channel itself. The only issue I see with that, Chris, is that I say a lot, some of the amp modeling software out there is not optimized for a non-Intel processor. I know that Marshall was having issues getting whatever he was using for his amp to work on a Celeron processor, and so it should theoretically work fine on a Ryzen 5, but I don't know, having not tried one on it, I don't know if any of them will be there. So, hey, if you have issues with it, talk to me and we'll figure it out. I saw that. Go ahead and drop the link to your channel as well, so that we can, anybody who has not subbed for you can also go over and sub to your channel as well. I saw that you dropped that the modes lesson, but I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. Anybody want to shill anything while we got the last couple of minutes here before we all go over and invade Ted's space? The floor is open. Speaking of shilling, let me shill some stuff. For those of you who are not aware, the Song in the Hat songs are done. You can find all the backing tracks there if you want to do if you want to play on the backing tracks yourself. Cool. Go sub to Strings and Pucks channel, people. Understood, Will. I'm still trying to see if I can find something to help you out, buddy. No luck so far, but I'm still looking. All right, so Song and a Hat, Ted's up next. We'll check out his live, and then tomorrow is our normal noon live stream. I will try to play. Hopefully the internet will behave. And yeah, we'll see all of you there. Thanks, everybody, for stopping by for tonight's Tech Talk. And next week, we will have an actual topic because I will have time to prep, which I didn't really have time this week with a bunch of stuff like the J-Ring going. So everybody pop over to Ted's Live. Let's give him all the love. And thank you all for watching. Appreciate each one of you being here. And we will see you on the next stream. Let me give a quick shout out to our Patreons. There are anonymous VIP supporter we got in the front row, Rob F., Brian and Steve in our general admission, Sean Brandt out in the parking lot. You can go join for free over at Patreon. You will get some additional. Thanks for stopping by, Torsten. You get some additional posts as well as alerts that the stream has been up and running. And also, if you support monetarily, you support the channel. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We'll see you over at Ted's Live.